Hello, I'm Larry Cunningham in Mayor Brown's Corporate Governance and Public Companies Practice. The SEC finalized its climate disclosure rule, weighing in at 888 pages after 2 years of extensive public comment and debate. It made significant changes, but there are still many challenges and questions that remain. The headline change is not mandating disclosure of the emissions of a company's Scope 3 emissions, that is, what the supply chain or value chain in a company's operations emits, a topic that was intensely controversial because it's very difficult to measure and probably exceeded the SEC's authority. Another big problem they fixed to a degree was that most of the proposed disclosure under the proposal wasn't limited by a materiality principle. In the final rule, the SEC includes a considerable dose of materiality limits, but not on every topic that's in the disclosure rules. On governance, the SEC again dialed back to a degree. It would have required considerable disclosure about board expertise in climate, board discussions of the topic, how often it's discussed at board meetings, all of which the SEC dialed back. Nevertheless, the SEC still requires companies to disclose board oversight when that happens, and that will undoubtedly put pressure on boards to conduct such oversight and have such discussions. So while the SEC certainly pulled back, there are still quite a few heavy duty disclosure requirements. And throughout the regulation SX, a number of detailed disclosure items are called for in the financial statements and related disclosures so that boards will have to oversee the completion and preparation of related filings. Certainly, New York Stock Exchange listed companies have a board audit committees have a duty to oversee the quarterly and annual financial reporting statements, and so they will have a very clear oversight role in this area. Legal challenges are being made to these new rules. At least 9 cases have been filed challenging the rules on several grounds, including whether the topic is of such major economic and political significance that it's beyond the SEC's authority without explicit congressional authorization to enact. Those cases have been consolidated in a single federal appeals court, the Eighth Circuit Court of Appeals, and the arguments are credible and serious. The it's predicting the result is difficult. Meanwhile, companies are well advised to at least begin preparing to comply with these extensive rules. And please visit our website across the board for additional information on the SEC disclosure rule and other topics. Larry Cunningham, Mayor Brown, thank you for listening.